Okay, so this is the Harbor Freight chain breaker. Um, Certainly a heavy piece, but the big problem it has is the depth of the throat. It's the throat's so deep that when you put pressure on you put pressure to rivet the actual link, it'll push a pin out pretty well, but when you go to actually rivet the link, you can put enough force on this that it'll actually spread this frame out. And if you look at the Motion Pro one, they use a much shallower throat that doesn't exert as much pressure on the tool itself. You can see the difference there. So that was the main problem with this one here, and once it started to flex out, it like put even less force trying to stake the link, and it just the force started going in this direction and spreading these out. So what I did to fix that was I drilled it for 6mm and tapped it on this side for 6mm. I used a 6 by 65mm bolt to put in here, and I actually squeezed this together a little bit too to get it perfectly square before I started, and then I put it inside I put it in a vise while I was tightening this down, and it doesn't take too much, but it gives it that strength there, and that's a strong bolt there, and it takes care of all the flex. That's all it really needed. It gives it a throat that's about the same depth as the Motion Pro one. One thing I liked about the Motion Pro was it gave you these pressure pads here, so that when you're putting a master link together, you can press the link together pretty easily. Gives you a little ridge here that you can put the chain into, and on this side it gives you the holes that the pins come through. So I got used to using this. The big danger when you're pressing a link together is it'll be difficult the first part, but once it gets started, you can easily press the link in further than the rest of the links and smash your O-rings in here. So it's a good idea to put a straight edge on here. Make sure that you're not pressing your master link any narrower than the links around it. That's something you got to take this off to check. So oftentimes you get going, and you fight with it for a while till it starts to move, and then right after it starts to move, you can press it too far, and it's very difficult to fix that if you do. What I did with this one, it didn't come with that attachment, but it does have a nice flat area here that the pins will set on. So I just made my own pad for the top here that goes around the pins, and then I can use this one just like the Motion Pro and press a link together. And again, you gotta watch how far you're pressing so that you don't press it too far, but the tool works really well for that and I like it better than you know, you trying to press it down with vice grips or something like that. Yeah, this pretty much fixes the problem of flexing, and then you've got a tool that you can really use.